What the fuck is going on with this world? I stay off the internet for like a day and Nintendo is now putting a woman in charge? What the hell? They went woke. I'm just messing with you guys. Anyways, I'm sure you saw the news by now. Doug Bowser is officially out of Nintendo. And I got some things to say about it because it's kind of strange. I'm going to be completely honest. So, Nintendo just lost their Bowser. But here's the twist, guys. Almost nobody cares. Do you really care, guys? Let me know in the comments. Do you care that Doug Bowser is gone? He's the man that literally is named after Nintendo's most iconic villain, and I think that's the reason why they hired him. To be completely honest, I think they thought, oh, it would be cute if we just hired a guy whose name was Bowser, just for the shits and giggles. I don't think he was really qualified, to be completely honest. But he's officially stepping down as president of Nintendo of America. And instead of leaving behind a legacy, like a good reputation like Reggie Fils-Aimé would have had, his biggest contribution was making games more expensive. If you really want to sit down and talk about it, his biggest contribution to Nintendo is making the games more expensive. Look at the Switch 2 situation, $80 games, game key cards. It's a mess. $95 for your Joy-Con 2s. So honestly, why should we care about a CEO who most people didn't even realize was running Nintendo of America? If you look at the comments on everything, wait, his name was Bowser? Honestly, his retirement is saying a lot about where Nintendo's heading next. And I think it's going to affect every single one of us gamers. Let's be real. Doug Bowser wasn't hired because of charisma. I mean, I can't even think of an interview that he did. Correct me if I'm wrong. I can't think of any interviews, anything where he looked like he was some kind of like flamboyant, charismatic figure. His track record, I can't tell you one freaking thing he did, and I don't think he had a love for gaming. He was hired because of his name. Nintendo thought it was cute. Oh, a corporate executive named Bowser. That's instant marketing gold, right? Let's be real here. But once the name wore off, once everybody was like, okay, he's hired, there's not much there. Compared to Reggie, right? Reggie Fils-Aimé, a guy who was the face of Nintendo. A guy that gamers still quote and meme about to this day. Bowser's invisible compared to him. He's forgettable. He's plastic. He's literally a corporate shell. He literally feels like corporate. Well, Reggie felt like something that gamers could get along with, someone that gamers could relate to. The truth here is most of us only found out who he was because he made one of the most unpopular decisions in Nintendo history, which is variable pricing. Remember, Doug Bowser defended $70 and $80 Nintendo games by saying some titles are worth more than others. Translation, don't ask questions about it. Just keep paying them. Open your wallets, give them your money. They need your money. They really, really do. They need that money. And ever since then, Nintendo hasn't looked at us like fans. Let's be real. Have you felt like a fan? I don't. I feel like I'm nickel and dimed left and right. I feel like every time I want to enjoy my Switch 2, I have to pay for some kind of nonsense. They look at us like an endless pit of money, and that's the legacy Doug Bowser has left behind. And I'm not trying to be a hater here. I'm not trying to be rude about it. This is just my opinion. Name one good thing he's done. Somebody, please. Now, here's where things get interesting. Doug says he's retiring at the end of 2025, saying that Nintendo has been an integral part of his life for 44 years, starting with Donkey Kong Arcade as a kid in college. It has been an honor to contribute to this incredible company and bring our beloved characters and worlds to fans through video games, theme parks, and movie experiences. I extend my best wishes to Devon Pritchard, who's his replacement, as she leads Nintendo of America forward, and thank all of you for your passion and support of Nintendo. You can count on me to remain a Nintendo fan. So, yeah, that's his answer. 6 years, though. 6 years being in charge, that's short for a CEO run, in my opinion. This, to me, feels less like a personal choice and more like Nintendo politely showing him the door. I think it's the same playbook that Sony used with Jim Ryan. There's a smile, there's handshakes, there's a thank you for your service, a pat on the butt while you're walking out the door. But behind the scenes, the company knows it's time to move on. And if you're keeping score, that Sony's CEO's gone. Nintendo CEO's gone now. Is Phil Spencer next? Is Xbox going to be canning Phil Spencer here? The gaming industry right now is super volatile. And you got places like Costco no longer selling Xbox products. Phil Spencer might be next, guys. Phil Spencer might be next here. So keep an eye on that. Keep an eye. You know, I sound cruel when I ask why are people caring about this? The truth is nobody will miss him. And I'm not trying to be harsh, but here's the problem with Doug. Name one single major win he gave us Nintendo fans. You really can't. He wasn't out front, like in the front lines like Reggie was. Reggie was everywhere. He wasn't hyping Nintendo Directs. He wasn't fighting for consumer trust. He left behind literally nothing memorable except for higher game prices. That's why gamers won't miss him. But industry insiders like Jeff Keighley, they're all posting all these lovey-dovey fake love letters. They're acting like he was some kind of giant figure in the gaming industry, which is hilarious because most people didn't even know he existed until this year. Be honest with yourselves. So who is replacing him? Devon Pritchard. And here's where the uncertainty kicks in, guys. If Bowser was just a name hire, what's Devon? She's already done the corporate PR routine. They've hyped the Switch 2 with buzzwords like improved processing power and vibrant visuals, but does she actually get gaming? That's my question, guys. I'm not trying to gatekeep because it's a woman, but does she actually get gaming? Unfortunately, I think there's early signs that are pointing to she's just another suit. Okay? Which means the problems that Bowser left behind, which is overpriced games, tone-deaf PR, out-of-touch leadership, they're probably not going to go anywhere. Let's be completely honest here. They're probably not going to go anywhere. I'm not holding my breath to see if Nintendo is going to do a lot better with Devon in charge. She is the first female president that Nintendo has ever had at this role of Nintendo of America. So it remains to be seen. At the end of the day, Doug Bowser didn't go out like a legend. Let's be real here, guys. He went out like a placeholder. He was literally just somebody there. He had the perfect villain name. It was cute. His name was Bowser. And he's managed to somehow be the most forgettable president Nintendo's ever had. And I'm not trying to hate, okay? I'm not trying to hate. The real story isn't about him, though. It's about us, the players, because as Nintendo hands the keys to a new leader, we're about to find out if the next era of Nintendo of America is going to be about innovation or it's going to be still squeezing every single dollar out of every single one of us. So what do you guys think? Was Doug Bowser really retired or was he quietly fired? Did they say, hey, bro, you got to get out of here. You're boring. And do you trust Devon, the new replacement, Devon Pritchard? Do you trust them to lead Nintendo into the future? Drop your thoughts in the comment section down below and hit that sub button. If you haven't subscribed yet, why not? Why not? I'll see you on the next one, guys. Thank you for watching.